Hello, English learners, and welcome to another great podcast with English Pod. My name is Marco.
And I'm Erica.
And today we have another really great lesson for you, elementary lesson.
That's right, and it's another lesson about money.
We have no money here at English Pod. We are in debt here.
In debt.
Yes.
Okay,
In debt. So what does that mean? Why don't you tell us?
If I owe you money, I'm in debt.
In debt.
In
yes.
fact, I think I am in debt to you.
You owe me $2.50 for a Coke Zero today.
That's true.
All right. Okay, so let's get started. Let's take a look at our vocabulary preview.
Vocabulary preview.
We have 2 words today in our vocabulary preview, and the first one is recession.
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 So, recession. Everyone's talking about it right now, and what does it mean?
I don't know. That's your job. I don't know. I really don't know. Why don't you tell me, Erica? Because this isn't my topic for today.
Okay. Recession is a period of time when the economy of a country is doing badly.
In a recession, the country is making less money.
That's true. So maybe we can give a few examples of things that happen in a recession to show the meaning of this a little bit better.
Right. So, for example, in a recession, many people lose their jobs.
Because companies might close or go bankrupt.
Exactly. And also, people start spending less money.
That's true. And the stock prices of companies fall pretty
fall.
Yeah, they fall a lot, hey?
Yeah. And that's what's going on now in the United States.
Very true.
Okay, so let's take a look at our second word, and it has to do with recession. It's broke.
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 I'm broke.
Broke, it means that you have no money. You're broke.
I'm broke.
Right, so these are our 2 words for vocabulary preview today, and you're going to hear them in the dialogue.
This dialogue is about a man who is in debt. He's broke. Let's find out what happens.
Hello, I'm here to see Mr. Corleone. Right this way, sir. Charlie, what can I do for you? Mr. Corleone, I'm really sorry to trouble you, but I need your help. Anything for you, Charlie. Your father was like a brother to me. Well, sir, you see, this recession has hit me pretty hard. I lost my job and I'm in a lot of debt. I see. Yeah, you know, I've got credit card bills, car payments, I've got to pay my mortgage, and on top of all that, I have to pay my son's college tuition. So you're asking for a loan? Well, I just thought maybe you could help me out. What? At a time like this? I'm broke too, you know. You're not the only one who's been hit by the recession. I lost half my money in the stock market crash. Go on, get out of here.
Okay, so that was a bit unexpected.
Yeah, that was certainly strange. He didn't go to the bank to ask for money, did he?
No, he went to the mob, and the mob is broke.
Oh no, you know it's a bad recession when even the mob runs out of money.
All right, so why don't we start by looking at our language takeaway?
Language takeaway.
All right, so for today's language takeaway, we have 4 words from the dialogue, which we think are really important.
Yes, so why don't we start with the first one? Loan.
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 So Erica, tell us about a loan. What is a loan?
Okay, when you borrow money, you get a loan.
A loan, yes. Not to be confused with alone, like by myself.
No, so this is L-O-A-N.
Loan.
Right.
Okay, great. Let's take a look at our second word, mortgage.
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 Now, this is very common. I'm sure many of you have mortgages. What is a mortgage?
A mortgage is a type of a loan. Basically, it's a loan that helps you to buy a house.
A house or a property.
Yeah. So this is a funny word. I mean, there's this strange mortgage with a T.
Yeah, it has a T in it, but you don't pronounce it. You say mortgage. Mortgage.
So not mortgage.
Not mortgage.
Mortgage.
Mortgage. Yeah. I had trouble spelling that one for this lesson, so I learned it well now.
Okay. Let's move to our third word today.
Hit me pretty hard.
Hit me pretty hard.
Hit me pretty hard.
Hit me pretty hard. I think we have some examples that will help us understand this phrase.
Example 1.
My divorce hit me pretty hard. I'm so depressed.
Example 2. This cold has hit me pretty hard. I've been in bed for a week. Example 3.
The news of Fluffy's death hit me pretty hard. I've been crying for days.
Okay, so that's a lot clearer.
Yeah.
Great. Why don't we take a look at our last word for language takeaway?
Tuition.
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 So this is the money you have to pay to your school so that you can study there.
Right. Usually it's in college, right, or university.
Yeah, but sometimes in some countries you have to pay tuition for public school.
Okay, great. So it's time to listen to our dialogue again, and it's going to be slower so we can listen to all the words that we just talked about.
Hello, I'm here to see Mr. Corleone.
Right this way, sir. Charlie, what can I do for you?
Mr. Corleone, I'm really sorry to trouble you, but I need your help.
Anything for you, Charlie. Your father was like a brother to me.
Well, sir, you see, this recession has hit me pretty hard. I lost my job, and I'm in a lot of debt.
I see.
Yeah, you know, I've got credit card bills, car payments. I've got to pay my mortgage, and on top of all that, I have to pay my son's college tuition.
So you're asking for a loan?
Well, I just thought maybe you could help me out.
What? At a time like this? I'm broke too, you know. You're not the only one who has been hit by the recession. I lost half my money in the stock market crash. Go on, get out of here.
Okay, so I think a lot of the key language we just talked about is a lot more clear now. But you know, I also noticed some really interesting phrases in this dialogue.
Yes, I did too. So let's start with Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder is a tool that we use to help you sound more native.
Right, so you can sound more natural when you're speaking.
So we take a really common phrase and we show you some great natural ways of expressing that same idea.
Exactly, and today we have 3 of these examples. Let's start with the first one.
So this phrase we use when we want to ask somebody, "Can I help you?"
What can I do for you? What can I do for you?
Yeah, that sounds really, really polite and really natural.
Right, so instead of saying, can I help you, or, I don't know, what do you need? We can just say, what can I do for you?
Exactly.
Great.
So let's move to our second phrase. This phrase we use when we need something, when we want to say, I'm sorry to bother you.
Or, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Okay, let's listen.
I'm really sorry to trouble you. I'm really sorry to trouble you.
I'm sorry to trouble you. This phrase might be a little bit more difficult to understand how it's used, but we've got some examples.
Yes, so let's listen.
Example 1.
Can I trouble you for a moment? I just need you to sign this form for me.
Example 2. I'm sorry to trouble you, but may I go home early today? Example 3.
Can I trouble you for a pen? Mine is not working anymore.
Okay, so now let's take a look at our last phrase for Fluency Builder. On top of all that.
On top of all that.
On top of all that.
This is a really useful phrase. Marco, how would you use it?
Well, for example, today I lost my job,
Oh no.
my car got stolen,
Oh my God.
and on top of all that, my girlfriend broke up with me.
That was a terrible day.
It was. But don't worry, you can use this phrase also in a positive way.
That's true. You could say, so today was a really great day. It was my birthday and all my friends came to visit me, and on top of all that, I got a million presents.
That is a great day. So you can use on top of all that in this way.
It's like, and also.
And also, yeah.
Yeah, so on top of all that.
So we are ready to listen to our dialogue a third time. We can hear all the words that we just talked about and all the phrases, and you'll definitely be able to understand a lot better now.
Hello, I'm here to see Mr. Corleone. Right this way, sir. Charlie, what can I do for you? Mr. Corleone, I'm really sorry to trouble you, but I need your help. Anything for you, Charlie. Your father was like a brother to me. Well, sir, you see, this recession has hit me pretty hard. I lost my job and I'm in a lot of debt. I see. Yeah, you know, I've got credit card bills, car payments, I've got to pay my mortgage, and on top of all that, I have to pay my son's college tuition. So you're asking for a loan? Well, I just thought maybe you could help me out. What? At a time like this? I'm broke too, you know. You're not the only one who's been hit by the recession. I lost half my money in the stock market crash. Go on, get out of here.
Today's dialogue was all about being in debt, right?
Yes.
And different people have different attitudes or different viewpoints on being in debt.
Yes, that's true. For example, in North America and in Canada, it's a really common thing.
Yeah, it's actually almost good to be in debt.
It's more than good, it's necessary to be in debt.
That's right. Unless you have a history of being in debt and regularly paying off your debts, you can't actually borrow money. You can't get a mortgage. You can't get a car loan so you can buy a new car.
Right, that's called a credit history. So you must have a good credit history in order to be able to, like you say, buy a car or buy a house.
Yeah, and you know, the funny thing is, when I was in university, maybe I was 18 years old, the first thing that happened at university was, you know, banks came to our university and started offering you credit cards. So you can get a credit card when you're 18, no problem.
And not only do they offer you credit cards, they give you like free gifts if you sign up for a credit card.
I know they really want you to have a credit card.
Of course, they want you to spend more money. That's the trick.
Yeah, but you know what? It's totally different. In Europe, for example, I used to live in Switzerland, and they're really careful with debt. Like, it's a bad thing to be in debt.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's bad to be in debt, definitely.
For example, if I want to have a credit card in Switzerland, and let's say I want to have a limit of 500 francs that I can spend every month, I need to put in my bank account 700 francs before I can even spend that credit card money. So it's totally opposite from North America.
Well, yeah, I mean, in North America, it's crazy the way that people are in debt, and it's showing now with the recession, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Being in debt is a common problem in today's world. Many people around the world have debt. Debt means you owe money to someone else. It can be a bank, a company, a shop, or even a friend or a family member. When you are in debt, you borrow money and promise to pay it back later. For many people, debt starts small, but over time, it can grow and become a serious problem. In daily life, money is very important. We need money for food, rent, clothes, transportation, and many other things. Sometimes our income is not enough to cover all our expenses. When this happens, people often use credit cards or take loans. At first, this feels helpful. You can buy what you need right now. But later, you must pay the money back, often with extra money called interest. Many people get into debt because of small daily spending, buying coffee every day, eating out often, shopping online, or buying things we do not really need can slowly create debt. Each small purchase feels harmless, but together they can become a big financial problem. People often say it's just a little money, but many small amounts can turn into a large debt. Another reason people fall into debt is emergencies. Life is not always predictable. Sometimes a person gets sick, loses a job, or has an accident. Medical bills, car repairs, or sudden travel costs can force people to borrow money. In these moments, debt feels like the only solution. People are not careless, they are trying to survive. Credit cards are one of the most common causes of debt. Credit cards are easy to use. You do not see the money leaving your hands, so it feels less real. Many people swipe their card without thinking. At the end of the month, they see a big bill and feel shocked. If they cannot pay the full amount, the bank adds interest. This makes the debt grow faster. Loans are another common type of debt. People take loans to buy a house, a car, or to study. Some loans are good and helpful, especially education loans or home loans. These are often called good debt because they help improve life in the long term. But even good debt must be managed carefully. If the payments are too high, life becomes stressful. Debt does not only affect money, it also affects mental health. People in debt often feel worried, stressed, and anxious. They think about money all the time. They may have trouble sleeping at night. Some people feel shame and do not talk about their debt with others. This makes the problem feel heavier and more lonely. When a person is in debt, daily life can feel difficult. Simple things like shopping for groceries or paying bills become stressful. People may avoid opening bank messages or letters because they are afraid of bad news. This fear can stop people from taking action, and the debt continues to grow. Understanding your debt is the first important step. Many people do not know exactly how much money they owe. They only have a general idea. Writing down all debts is very helpful. This includes credit cards, loans, and money owed to friends or family. Seeing the full picture can be scary, but it is necessary. You cannot solve a problem if you do not clearly see it. After understanding your debt, the next step is to understand your income and expenses. Income is the money you earn, expenses are the money you spend. Many people spend without tracking their expenses. Keeping a simple list of daily spending can be very eye-opening. People often discover they spend more on unnecessary things than they thought. Creating a budget is a powerful tool. A budget is a plan for your money. It helps you decide how much to spend and how much to save. Even a simple budget can make a big difference. When you give every dollar a job, you feel more in control. Budgeting does not mean you cannot enjoy life. It means you enjoy life in a smarter way. Cutting expenses is often necessary when you're in debt. This does not mean living without joy. It means choosing carefully. Cooking at home instead of eating out, canceling unused subscriptions, and shopping with a list can save a lot of money. Small changes can have a big impact over time. Increasing income is another way to deal with debt. Some people look for extra work, part-time jobs, or freelance opportunities. Others sell things they do not need. Even a small increase in income can help pay down debt faster. The key is to use extra money for debt, not for more spending. Paying debt takes time and patience. There is no magic solution. Some people feel frustrated because progress seems slow, but every payment matters. Each payment reduces the debt, even if it feels small. Staying consistent is more important than paying large amounts once in a while. There are different methods to pay off debt. One common method is paying the smallest debt first. This gives quick wins and motivation. Another method is paying the debt with the highest interest first. This saves money in the long run. Both methods work. The best method is the one you can stick to. Talking about debt is important. Many people feel embarrassed, but debt is very common. Talking to a trusted friend, family member, or financial advisor can help. Sometimes just sharing the problem makes it feel lighter. You may also get helpful advice or support. Learning about money is very important. Many people were never taught how to manage money. Schools often do not teach basic financial skills. Learning about saving, budgeting, and debt can change your life. There are many free resources like podcasts, videos, and articles that explain money in simple ways. Avoiding new debt is a key part of getting out of debt. This can be difficult, especially when life is hard, but learning to say no to unnecessary spending is powerful. Before buying something, it helps to ask, do I really need this? Waiting a few days before buying can prevent impulse spending. Building an emergency fund is very helpful. An emergency fund is money saved for unexpected situations. Even a small emergency fund can prevent future debt. You do not need a lot of money to start. Saving a little each month is enough in the beginning. Debt does not define a person. Being in debt does not mean you are a failure. Many smart and hardworking people are in debt. What matters is how you respond. Taking responsibility, learning, and making small changes can lead to a better financial future. Over time, as debt decreases, many people often feel more relaxed and confident. They sleep better and worry less. Money becomes a tool, not a source of fear. Living without debt or with manageable debt gives a strong sense of freedom. Getting out of debt is a journey. It requires discipline, patience, and hope. There may be setbacks along the way. Sometimes expenses increase or income decreases. This is normal. The important thing is to keep going and not give up. In the end, debt is a challenge, but it is not the end of the story. With awareness, planning, and effort, it is possible to take control of money. Every small step matters. Each smart decision brings you closer to a life with less stress and more freedom.